conversation contains adult dialogue not suitable for all audiences. Brought to you by Media Listen. Viewer discretion is advised.
Media Listen.
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 Media Listen. You are now listening to Media Listen.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a whole new episode of Major Listen. I am your host, Ricky with the Y, coming to you live from the Major Listen Studios, aka my garage. I come to you with a new special guest today. My special guest today is a couple. I was gonna have the dad, but I decided why not have the mom and the dad in the same conversation? You know, they're both just as important. I decided to go ahead and get them two together, and they're gonna go ahead and do this episode with me. Without further ado, let me go ahead and present to you guys Frank and Sam to the building. So before we get started, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about yourself before we get started.
Well, my name's Frank. I am what do we gotta say?
Frank,
he's
the father.
Soon to be dad.
Yeah, there you go. How far along are you, Sam?
I'm 6 months today, actually.
6 months today. Awesome. All right, and you are the mom to be, of course.
Yeah.
All right, and this was a surprise because, like I said, it was just gonna be him and Melly, and all of a sudden I was like, if mom is there, why not have her too? So I decided to do the little switch up for everybody right there. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? This episode is gonna be real fast, real easy. First off, we have a little congratulations from one of our live audiences.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, Sam, because I just met you I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, right?
Yeah. So I guess I'm 24 and I am a lash tech, so I do lashes, and then I'm in school right now too. That's pretty much it.
And you're also in the military, correct?
Oh yeah. I forget about that one.
You forget about that one. Are you active duty or reserves?
Reserves. That's why
Okay.
I forget about it. But yeah, that too.
Hey, I was the same way, so don't worry. You know. It goes by quick. How many more years do you have left?
I only have like a year and a half now.
Oh, you're about to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, okay, that's awesome. What's your MOS, if you don't mind me asking?
A 42 Alpha, so I'm human resources.
Oh, okay. Oh, you deal a lot of paperwork then.
Yeah.
What are you going to school for?
Business.
Business. Oh, that's awesome. How many more years do you have left?
Well, I'm almost done. I have like 2 more months left.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and get started with these questions, shall we? First question is, walk us through how you broke the news to Frank about your pregnancy.
So, I just randomly took a pregnancy test because one of my clients that I had, she was kind of like, we were just talking and she was kind of bringing up babies and she was like, what would you want to have? And, just asking me all these questions. And I was just like, okay. So I don't know what told me. It was just like, go take a pregnancy test. So I already had one. So I took it. And I was actually on the phone with him when I took it. And I don't think I told him I was taking it. I just took it. And then it came out positive. And I was just like I was so shook. And then I told him, I was just like, I'm pregnant. And I think I sent him the picture. And I was like, bro, I told you. And then, and he was just like, he thought I was like pranking him. Yeah. And I was just like, no, like I'm serious. And he's like, no, are you like for real? And I was like, yeah. So then, after that, like I went and actually like made sure I was pregnant the next day. And then,
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
How was your reaction, Frank?
Well, me, I was actually on my way home from work, and we joke around with each other a lot. So I really thought it was just a prank.
Yeah.
Until she sent me the picture of a pregnancy test, and that's when I like, I guess she's not lying to me.
I'm gonna tell you guys a little story about how they broke the news to me that she was pregnant. She thought I skipped town whenever I found out, because whenever she was calling me, she said that my phone kept saying that the person she was trying to reach left town or something like that, which was weird because it's never said that. And I was actually like kind of numb because I didn't know how to act on it. Like, should I be happy? Should I be sad? But of course, I was happy because, at the end of the day, you're having a kid, So I was pretty excited, but I thought that was kind of weird that the phone said like the person you're trying to reach, has left town. That's what happened. So she was freaking out because she's all like, "What the hell did did this guy really leave me?" So she called my best friend and she said, "Hey, you better call him because I'm pregnant and it says that he has left town." And he's like, "Oh shit, well, let me go ahead and call him." And I answered right away. He's all like, "Dude, why is Belen telling me to call you?" I was like, "I have no idea." So that's what happened. Let me see. We have a comment. Oh yeah, perfect timing. Okay, so the next question for me to you guys is, do you have any fear or doubts about being a father?
I guess my biggest fear is like not being able to provide for them, or something like just not being able to provide.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'm going to try my best to, always provide for them, take care of them. But that's just in the back of my head that what if I'm not able to?
Absolutely. What about you, Sam? As do you have any doubts of becoming a mother?
I mean, I think everybody has like a little bit of fear. Like, am I going to be a good mom? Am I going to be a good dad? But honestly, I just think about like time management and how we're going to do everything. That's really like, I don't think I have any fears or doubts, just because I'm like, I feel like you learn it. Like, once your baby's here, it just kicks in and you're like, okay, like, I'll understand what to do then. And then
exactly.
Obviously, like everybody else giving you advice and helping you out too.
And I think we set ourselves up for failure if we keep thinking that way. Like okay, am I going to be a good father? Even though we absolutely have no idea what's going to happen, during that time. I think we learn as we go. That's the thing. It's just learning as we go. And my advice to you is just do that. Take it one day at a time. And we have Belinda says, I think he's going to be a great dad. Yadiel remembers him because how much they played together when we visit. So yeah, of course, my son remembers him whenever he was little. No, I don't think so much. But yeah, I think everybody has said that he's gonna be a great dad, and we don't doubt it. I think everybody has the ability to be great at something, and I think you're gonna be a great father too.
I hope so.
How do you think your life will change after the baby's born?
Change? I don't think there's gonna be much change because we're
kind of prepared. Like we can kind of, I feel like our lives are kind of like, we're able to like change, well, not really change, but kind of like move things around for the baby. So I don't think it'll be too much of a big change because we already live together and stuff. But
okay,
I just think, it's going to be an adjustment for sure. Just
for sure.
to get into that new routine and learn the baby schedule and stuff like that. So for sure, it's going to be a big adjustment.
It is definitely going to be a huge adjustment because it's like your whole life is going to change. You're going to realize like, wow, there's a baby here, and he or she is going to be crying who knows when. You're just going to have to learn to adapt through it all. And trust me, it was a huge adjustment for us, even though, whether it was the first or second or the third one, it was still a huge adjustment. So every child is different. And so I wish you guys nothing but the best. And I hope you, I know you guys got this. What am I saying? Like, if I got this, if I had this for like 3 times, I know you guys got this too. And what are you guys most looking forward to about being a mom and a dad?
I think for me, I think just having a little person with us to do everything with. And I think that's maybe why we don't see it so much like, oh, it's gonna change this and that, because we're kind of just like looking forward to it, like having that little person there to take with us everywhere we go and just do a lot of things that you can't do when it's just a couple. Now it's like a family. So now we have excuses to go to like Disney World and do stuff like that.
Well, you can still go to Disney World.
You can, but people are gonna be looking at you.
Trust me, I was like a little kid when I was first there. I think I was I don't know how old I was, but I was like, I took my son for his like 4th birthday, and I think I had more fun than he did. So it's never too late to go to Disney World. Trust me. What about you, Frank? What are you most looking forward to?
For me, I was a team girl the whole way, so I got my little girl on the way.
Now, why is that? You just thought like, man, it was gonna be fun to have a little princess of your own.
Yeah, well, it's because I see relatives and friends of mine that have girls, and I see that relationship they build with them and how close they are, and I love that.
I think there's more of an attachment from daughters to dads in a way, and that's something I always wanted. But like I said, Lord knew I didn't need a girl or whatever it was, but He gave me 3 boys. So I don't think I was ready for that. But
I'm really excited to build that.
Oh, I know you were excited. I saw that look in your face right when it was revealed that you were gonna have a girl. I know you are. What is the best advice that you've been giving so far?
We really haven't been given any advice at all, to be honest. But that's, nothing really.
Like you said, you gotta learn as we go.
Yeah, that's true.
Really.
That's my advice, so don't forget it.
So you gave us the best advice.
I gave you the blessing and the best advice. That's awesome. And you learned it here. I made you listen. What is your biggest fear as a new dad?
My biggest fear. What's my biggest fear? As a new dad, I really don't have one. I don't think. I don't.
I'll tell you what my biggest fear is: losing one of my kids.
Oh yeah.
Because I think I had that scare. I've had that scare happen once already, and it's like the worst feeling in the world. It's like, oh my God, I would never wish that on anybody. And it's like a really bad feeling. I lost her for like 30 minutes, but it felt like hours. And it's like one of those things I don't wish on anybody, not even more worse than me. What about you, Sam?
Obviously there's always that like little doubt, like, am I going to be a good mom or whatever, but I don't have a specific fear, because I just always tell myself like you said, you learn as you go, or like a lot of people tell me, oh, once you become a mom, like you'll know what to do,
Yeah,
so
you really are.
Yeah, so I feel like there's really no type of fear there, really.
Well, you will learn as you go. I promise you that. You're gonna learn things about yourself that you never really knew about. How do you plan to divide parenting duties with your partner?
Hopefully equally.
Well, I'm gonna try my best.
Change diapers?
Yeah, I do plan on helping her quite a bit. Whenever I can.
No, that's the best thing to do, man. Like, help out as much as you can, especially around the first month that she just had the baby. She's gonna need the most help. I wish I had my wife with me right here, because I know there's stuff that I could have done better, but there's things that I know I did really good at. Like, I changed the diapers, I fed them when needed. I don't want to say I woke up in the middle of the night to help her. That's probably the only thing I could have done better. I probably could have gotten up in the middle of the night to help her, but I didn't, mostly because I worked, and she was mostly like a stay-at-home mom, even though I know she needed the sleep too. It's like I feel like I could have done better at that. But do you plan on staying up or waking up in the middle of the night if you need to?
Yeah,
I hope so.
Wake me up.
I think we kind of talked about this yesterday, because we seen like a TikTok video of like basically like a couple, and the dad was getting up at night literally to like help his wife while she was feeding the baby, and he was like birthing the baby. And I was telling Frank, like, that better be you helping me at night, because I feel like obviously it's different. You say your wife's going to be a stay-at-home mom, but it's like we still both have to work, and we still have other responsibilities. So I feel like we would have to do it equally just so we can get other things done too.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you plan on going back to work after you have the baby?
Maybe like I want to get at least a month off and then go back to school and work. So we'll see.
Okay.
Did you take time off after the birth of your kids?
Let me tell you something. My wife took like about, I want to say, a year after our first child, and the second child, she took about almost 4 years off from work. Like she decided to stay at home with them. And with our third one, it wasn't until like he hit his I think it was a year old or a year and a half, and she's like, okay, I think I'm ready to go back to work. And that's what I said, like a 4 year break. Then she went back to work, but she's been going to school full time since then. So she's getting her master's in accounting. So she's been doing that ever since. It's not like she just stayed at home and did nothing. But she's been great. 2 years. What are you talking about?
She's like, let me correct you.
Okay, no. Let's ignore that. She don't know what she's talking about. Okay. Let me see. I lost my spot, so give me a second, you guys. Oh yeah, dividing the parenting. There it is. Do you have a childhood memory that you hope to recreate with your child?
Well, me as a child, I was always outside. I was always in the streets on my bike and all that stuff. So I would love to do that with my little girl. Be outside with her, take her to the park on the bike. I wouldn't. Right now, we say we don't want our child to be on like a tablet or anything like that too much.
A lot of people say that. A lot of people say that. I said that, but sometimes you really can't help it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, if it happens, it happens. Sometimes I feel like they learn a lot from the tablet. But maybe I'm wrong. But sometimes I do feel like they learn a lot from the tablet and whatnot. Sometimes, people give it a bad rep, but I don't think it's not such a bad thing. But I do get it. They become what's it called? Like what do they call that? Like tablet zombies or phone zombies or whatever the hell.
iPad
kids. Huh?
iPad kids.
Yeah, something like that. It's not always a bad thing, but I get what you're saying. What about you, Sam?
Not so much recreate, but I do want to like do a lot of the things that I didn't get to do as a kid. Like I want, like I said earlier, like Disneyland, Universal, like just take my baby on obviously when she's old enough, like on trips that I didn't really get to go on when I was younger.
Yeah, absolutely. No, for sure. Because I know for a fact my kids have been through more places than I've ever been in my whole life. And that's exactly what I tend to do as well. Give them like a better, I guess, a better travel experience than what I had. How did you grow up, if you don't mind me asking? What was your childhood like?
Well, I mean, I grew up with 3 older brothers, but there's not a big age gap, but I feel like they really got to do a lot of the traveling and a lot of my parents would always take them to Mexico or like different places like that. And so like when I came, it was kind of like all that was like slowing down because they were becoming teenagers, So it's like they weren't going to take me, and then they were kind of already doing their own thing. So I feel like that's why we didn't really get to experience, I didn't get to really experience as much, like as far as that goes, like trips and stuff like that. And I mean, we're not really big on like celebrating like birthdays and stuff like that either. So I feel like that's something like for our child that I do. Like I want to celebrate every little like milestone that they hit.
Now, was there a reason why you guys didn't celebrate birthdays?
I just think there was just probably too many of us.
Okay.
They're probably like, we can't celebrate every single birthday, Yeah. And that's just how my parents are even now. Because my parents are a little bit older. They're like in their 60s. So it's like now when it comes to celebrating stuff, we're not too big on that anymore. So.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. How many of you guys are there? How many siblings do you have?
It's me. I have 3 older brothers, me, and then I have my oldest sister.
Yeah, because I think I met your older sister. I think.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so there's 5 of you guys. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to celebrate birthdays either. I'm not gonna that's too much money.
No, literally.
And not to mention quinceañeras and stuff.
Yeah.
So I get it. What about you, Frank? You're gonna give her your child a quinceañera?
I don't think so. I think we both agreed that we're not gonna.
We'll
we're not
probably
gonna-
do something big, but not a
Yeah.
quinceañera.
All right. I can't remember if I asked you this, Sam, but do you come from a big family? Because you know Frank, he comes from a big ass family.
I mean, I feel like we do have a big family, but we're not as tight knit as you guys. Because I feel like I was telling Frank, like y'all celebrate everybody. Like I feel like every weekend I'm at a birthday party for one of his cousins or something, and it's just like in the time that we've dated, like he's probably only been to like a couple of things for my family because like our whole family don't celebrate nothing. But every weekend I'm over here like with his family, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Which
And
I
you
mean,
know what?
I don't mind it. So
I'm 30 years old and I still haven't met all the family members. So that's how big we are. It's like I don't even know everybody. So goes to show how big we are.
yeah.
So and yet you guys live closer than to them than I do. So you know you're gonna have a celebration here and there every other weekend.
Literally.
So let me goes to the next question is what is the most important lesson that you want to teach your child?
I think maybe just like the value of things, and you know, I really want my kid to have morals and like, you know,
Absolutely.
I think that's important. That's what we kind of talk about. Like, do we want to raise our kid in the church? Like, because sometimes it can be toxic, but sometimes it's like it can kind of help them. So it's like kind of hard to decide. But I do want my kid to have like values and morals at least, you know,
Absolutely.
so they can value stuff like that we give them.
Absolutely. What about you, Frank?
No, it's the same because I told her how growing up. I mean, not to talk down on churches or anything like that, but yeah, like right now we're like iffy if we want to go that route.
Yeah.
Personal experiences.
See, last time I was there, Melly and Ellie and I got into like a deep conversation about that, and it was incredible learning a lot of stuff that I didn't know that you guys were going through and stuff like that. Because you know I was over here in Houston and you guys were over there, and you know whenever I would visit over there, it would be like a whole, you know, it would be like an amazing experience, you know, being over there and growing up, and Melly telling me everything, and I'm like, what? This was going on? I was like, that's crazy. And then Ellie telling me the same thing. I was like, what? I was like, that's incredible. It's crazy. So I know exactly what you're talking about, and right, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't go to church, not because I don't believe in God, but it's just a little sketchy here and there. It's a little toxic, like you said, and you just have to be real careful about where you go to. I feel like it's going to be toxic wherever you go regardless. So you really have to pick and choose which is the least toxic, I guess you could say. How is mom doing during the pregnancy? Talk to us. How are you doing?
I think at the beginning it was really, really rough. Obviously, a lot of people say like first trimester is like bad because you're nauseous and stuff. And I feel like that's how it was for me, just because, you know, like you're just real uncomfortable in your body. Even now, like I don't really feel nauseous as much, but I still, like, since I'm getting bigger, I do feel like very uncomfortable, you know, like I just always feel like bloated and big and just like, So, I mean, it's getting easier, but I know like I'm gonna keep getting bigger. So I think I'm just getting more used to it now.
Are you gonna get emotional once you see that, oh my God, these pants aren't fitting?
No, I already did.
did.
We had to go shopping for like pants, and I was showing Frank. I was like, "Do you think these would fit me?" He's like, "I think you should do bigger." And I'm like, "No,
how dare you?"
Yeah, I was like, "I don't even want to go shopping no more."
Planning for the future.
Yeah.
It's hard seeing yourself. I think that's just mostly for women. It's like just seeing yourself get bigger, especially since I've never been a very big person. So just seeing myself like my stomach grow, I'm just like, oh my God, like what's going on? I'm always telling him I feel like a whale.
but see, to us men, it's like, bro, you're growing a baby.
Yeah,
you're gonna get big. But of course to them it's like a whole different thing, because they see themselves like, wow, I've never been this big before, and you know, I'm wearing like this big ass jeans that I've never worn before. I personally think the last weeks are the hardest. LOL. I can't even explain how big my nose was.
I've heard that too. I've heard a lot of people say that. They're like, your nose gets so big and all this stuff, and I'm just like, oh my God, I hope my nose does not get that big.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Look, whenever my wife was pregnant with our last kid, she had a project due for school, which she had to record herself. And the day before she gave birth, she had to record this thing. So she was, how do I say? Oh my God! I wish I could post the video here, because she's struggling to breathe. And she's trying to talk, and her nose is all huge. I'm sorry to put you out there like this, babe, but this was hilarious. So she's, doing this project, and her nose is all swollen. She's struggling to breathe. And I was like, bro, how did you not pass out?
That's literally me, like just getting out of bed. I'm struggling, like I'm over here breathing all hard and stuff.
Oh man, yeah, it's gonna get. Oh, you said you're 6 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're about to hit that third trimester soon.
Yeah.
Oh. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Yeah, she said it was the night of. I recorded at 1 a.m. and I had to be at the hospital at 5 a.m. I was having contractions while talking.
Oh my God.
That's what she was having. So yeah, she was struggling to breathe. But that's a funny story though.
She got it done.
She got it done, but I think the professor still complained about it, like, why are you breathing like that, or something like that.
He's like, why are you breathing on the microphone?
And I think she said it, she like replied to him like, I was having a baby. Literally. I really hope you have the best experience ever though, because there's nothing like having your baby within that first 2 hours. Because you hear people saying like, oh, I was in a 24-hour labor, and we're like, what? Like, no. We luckily didn't have any of that. What is your favorite thing about your partner's pregnancy, Frank?
She just loves being spoiled right now.
She loves being spoiled.
Loves
Yeah.
that I do everything for her.
Everything, like what? She gets the munchies and you just go to the store and be like, hey, what you want?
Starbucks, Starbucks every day.
Starbucks.
Literally.
That's why I'm kind of scared when the baby gets here, because all his attention's gonna go towards the baby, and I'm just like gonna be there.
That's true. What is your favorite thing about the pregnancy so far?
Honestly, just now that I can actually feel the baby like moving and stuff like that, I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's a big difference from just like having you're like, oh, I just have a baby in me, but now I can actually feel her moving, or I can feel when she's kicking at night, and I'm just like, okay, now it's like getting real. Like I can actually feel like my baby's getting closer to being here,
Exactly.
That too, like being spoiled, like I have an excuse to be spoiled, and I can eat whatever I want now.
But so far, have you done any trips to the doctor or anything like that for any checkups? How are your checkups doing? It's really good.
I go like at least once a month now, and yeah, I mean everything's pretty good.
That's awesome. That's a blessing. Heck yeah, man, keep it that way. What's your favorite? What's your favorite craving right now?
Craving. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I really have cravings. I kind of just like, if I want something, I'll eat it, but it's not something like specific. But I have been drinking, like at the beginning of my pregnancy, I didn't really want to drink Starbucks that much. And like before I was pregnant, I'm like an everyday Starbucks person. So now I finally got back to that, like getting Starbucks every day again. And I'm like, finally, I feel like myself again.
All right, personal question. What is your go-to Starbucks drink?
Right now, the mango dragon fruit refresher.
I think my wife has tried that. She tries all these other drinks. I just keep it simple. I don't know why. I don't know how you guys could do that. I can't keep up. What's your favorite drink?
She actually put me on. I wasn't much of a coffee drinker before her. Yeah, and she put me on to the brown sugar. What is
oat milk?
Oat milk espresso.
Man,
yeah.
I ain't never heard of it.
No, it's
but
good.
Then again, I keep it straight and simple. The venti iced cafe americano. That's it. I don't know why. I don't like the fancy stuff. What is the most surprising thing that you've learned about your partner's pregnancy?
No. The most surprising. I mean, it might be the pregnancy, but before she wasn't as emotional. Obviously, it's the
The hormones.
The hormones.
The hormone,
It's
and that's crazy
really-
to think, right?
Mhm.
Crazy how these hormones actually make a girl, get so emotional.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I never paid attention to that, and whatever. Of course, like now I'm just like, wow, hormones. That's crazy.
Mhm.
So, what about you? What's the most surprising thing that you learned about your pregnancy?
I mean, a lot of people would tell you, like, at the beginning, before I got, like, obviously before I was pregnant and stuff, they would be like, like when you have a baby, your body's gonna change so much and all this stuff. And I was always like, how much can your body really change if you're an adult, So me
Yeah.
being like already 24, I was like, I don't think it's gonna change too much. But no, like literally not even a month or two in, I started seeing all these changes, and I'm just like, are you serious? Like, I was just so surprised. I think that was the main thing.
And you said you're a lash tech, right?
Yeah.
How are you doing it right now? Is the belly getting in the way so far?
Not really, but I do take less clients than I used to take, like
Okay.
before I was pregnant. So
Okay. Have you felt the baby kick, Frank?
Yeah. Mainly at night.
Yeah.
Feel her kick.
Man. They say that if they're active at night is because they're gonna be night owls.
yeah, that's what I've heard. So I'm like, man, let me get her on a schedule right now.
Before you knew that it was a girl, were people telling you like all these symptoms that it could be like, oh my
Yeah.
god, you're throwing up so much because it's a boy, or your belly's growing this way?
Literally everything. Everybody was like, a lot of my clients, because I have a lot of like clients that already have kids. They would all tell me that, like, you're gonna have a boy. The way your stomach looks, I know it's gonna be a boy. Like all this stuff.
Everybody was saying that.
And they were gassing you up because you wanted a boy.
Yeah, literally, and I honestly did think it was gonna be a boy, because I was like, they said if you have heartburn, they said if this, and I was just like, I know it's gonna be a boy, I can feel it. And they say that too, like when you're like, the mom can always sense what she's having ahead, but I guess it was off because it was not that. That's why I was so surprised, honestly, when we found out.
I always tell people that don't ever go with like symptoms or belly shapes, because it's always wrong. I can't stand what people say, like, or when people used to tell my wife in the second pregnancy, she's like, oh, it's gonna be a girl because you're throwing up a lot, you're nauseous, blah blah. And I was like, no, I'm not going with that. They said that about the first kid, and it ended up being a boy, so I'm not going with that. And sure enough, we had 3 boys. So she had different symptoms for all 3 of them, and all of them were boys, so I don't really go with that. And I suggest you guys do the same. How do you plan to handle the stress about being a new father?
I mean, it is stress, but I mean, it just has to get done. It's just something that has to get done.
I would suggest you help each other out, because there's gonna be days where they're gonna be, or she's gonna be. I'm sorry, because we already know what it is. Yeah, she's gonna be a little pain, just like mine, and we're gonna wanna just leave. But hey, just stick with each other, man. I would highly suggest that. Stick with each other. Hug each other if needed too. And you say you weren't that emotional at first?
Not really.
Or she didn't express it as much.
I think now I'm just more sensitive to any little thing. Like, he could just be playing around with me and I'll get like in my feelings, and I'm like, why are you acting like that? Like for little things.
And I like to give her a hard time and mess with her, and sometimes they don't
go
go
well.
my way.
Wow, that's insane. Have you guys picked out names so far?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, well, this is for now. But we're thinking Aria for the first name, like Aria, and then Sophia for the middle name.
Aria, Sophia, that's perfect.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep the Sanchez?
Maybe.
Look at her.
But like, we're probably gonna do like hyphenated, like my last name first and then his, because I would just do Sanchez, but it's because it's kind of basic. So I'm like, I don't want to have a basic last name.
She called us basic.
So basic,
Oh, no.
then maybe, but.
And
What's her last
her last name is Leal.
Leal?
So, and then my buddy gave me a hard time about it, that if we don't give her the Leal, her initials are going to be ASS. So
Oh my
I'm going
god.
to get bullied.
Oh my god, you're right.
So we gotta throw it in.
Wow. See, people pay too much attention to that.
Yeah.
of course, you know, you think about it like, man, I don't want my daughter to get bullied at school. Oh my God, you're gonna have to hide that. Yeah, you might want to do something with that. I'm sorry. Yeah, you might want to hyphenate.
Yeah.
Just combine the two. I lost my spot, you guys. Hold on. What was the last question I asked you guys?
The stress.
Oh, the stress. Okay, I got it. Oh, this is a good one. How do you plan to handle sleep deprivation? I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Like energy drinks, coffee, literally.
Before I got with her, I was always up at night. I had trouble sleeping. I would sleep maybe, man, there were times when I'd only get like 7 hours of sleep a week. You know, like it was bad, like 10 hours.
Yeah, but 7 hours is still good.
It's but a week, not a day. It's like
okay,
okay.
Okay, you're out of your mind.
Hours every day or staying up, and then ever since we got together, I've just been knocking out early now. I'll be sleeping good. And so I don't know how we're gonna do it, but
well, I mean, if you're used to sleeping so little, then I guess you have a good one, Sam. You're good.
Yeah.
Just let him stay up. You go to sleep.
Literally.
You take a break. What about you?
I don't know, just coffee, energy drinks, just anything to keep me up, I guess.
Oh man. What happened?
I thought it was a ghost.
No, I think it's just Melly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, exactly. You should be fine. You guys should be fine, because if you're used to being awake for so long, why is that? Why do you have such a hard time sleeping?
I don't know. I don't know what it was.
Does it affect you during the day?
No, I mean I do construction, so I'm off energy drinks all day.
Jesus Christ, dude. Because I look at you and you look normal. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let's see. Oh yeah. I guess the last question for you guys. What is one thing you wish you could tell your child right now? If she was here, if she was born, if she could understand you, what would you say?
Maybe not to give us such a hard time at the beginning. Like, take it easy on us.
Take it easy. We're new at this.
Yeah.
Guys, no, hey, you guys are gonna be good, man. Just imagine everybody who you probably think are good parents started off somewhere too, and that's exactly what you guys are gonna experience too. Hold on. Oh, of course my mom's gonna be on here. Yeah, so you guys are gonna be great. Trust yourselves. You're gonna make great choices. My advice to you: take it day by day. Be patient. I'm not patient. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm probably preaching something that I should probably take in myself. Be patient, because I know I'm not. And take it day by day, guys. Help each other out. Frank, change diapers.
No, yeah.
I plan on helping.
You plan on changing diapers?
Yeah.
Do you know how to cook?
We're learning
together.
Yeah.
Wait, you both don't know how to cook? Like right now?
I'm the favorite, so I get every meal cooked for me by my mom.
Yeah.
What? Why? I noticed that you are the favorite.
I don't know what it is.
Now even more.
Now even more. I'm giving my parents their first grandchild.
That's true. How did your guys' parents react whenever they found out?
I was actually kind of nervous to tell my parents.
Really? Why is that?
Yeah, I guess because being raised in church my whole life, pretty much. I stopped going when COVID shut everything down.
Oh yeah.
So, and then I really haven't been back. But growing up, they always say you got to get married first and all this stuff. And
yeah, absolutely.
My parents, they were gonna say something about it, but they actually caught me by surprise, and they were excited when I told them.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whenever you went public on it, I was like, what? I was like, I was happy for you. I was like, heck yeah. But I was like, at the same time, I'm like, I wonder how his parents are gonna react.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was nervous. I was real nervous.
Nah, you're like how old? Like 20? I don't even know how old you are. 28? Oh yeah, you're good. You were due already.
I'm good now. Yeah.
Yeah, you're due.
I'm late.
You were long overdue.
Yeah.
And you're how old, Sam? 26, 24?
24.
24. Oh, I'm sorry, I gave you more age. No, how did your parents react?
Honestly, I didn't think they'd be too mad about it, but they were pretty excited and pretty happy about it too. I mean, I everybody always has that fear, no matter how old you are. You're like, my parents are gonna get on to me or whatever, or like have doubts. But them being happy and not questioning too much, like it kind of made me feel at ease. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't feel too worried because if my parents approve of this, then I feel like I'm on the right track. You know?
That's true. That's true. That's awesome. But see all the support you guys got?
Mm-hmm.
It's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
You are freaking lucky that you have all this family that cares for you too. And you know that little girl's gonna be treated like a princess everywhere, especially with Melissa too. You know she's looking forward to having a niece.
She's gonna be dethroned.
I actually told my sister first before anybody. That as soon as she told me that she was pregnant, I called my sister right after and told her.
You're like, Sam's pregnant.
Yeah. She thought he was lying too.
She told me if I was joking, she'll stop talking to me.
Yes, I literally was like, you need to be for real, because if you're lying to me, I'm never talking to you ever again. I'm dramatic. Yeah, I get it, but I
You know you were gonna talk to him.
I know, but I was just like, there's no way.
No, but I know she's really excited, especially because she's the only girl in your family.
Yeah.
And she's having that little human being that has the same, shares the same DNA, and I guess in a way, it's gonna be freaking awesome for her too. You guys gonna let her babysit?
Maybe not Mario, just her.
Maybe not what? Mario?
Not Mario.
I like Mario, man. I met him for the first time with you guys, and I thought he was like the most awesome person.
Yeah,
really outgoing guy.
Right?
He's like
really cool.
He's a gentle giant.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, holy crap, you're huge.
Emphasis on the giant.
Yeah, he's like 6'6".
That's crazy. Yeah, when I shook his hand, I had to look up to him. I was like, bro, I never had to do this before, and this is insane. You're younger than me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought he was a pretty cool human being. But yeah, well, I mean, what else do you guys have for me? What else are you excited for?
Well, I have a question. What should I be expecting now that she's going into the third trimester?
Oh, let's see if Belen is still on. Babe, what do you think that he should expect now that they're going on the third trimester? Let's wait for her comment. But the third trimester, I really can't remember it a lot. Honestly, like, yeah, she was emotional, but I feel like she was more like, we couldn't go like shopping for clothes, of course. Like, then we got to that. Yeah. Oh, there she is. I think she commented on here. The pain.
Oh Lord.
Of course. Yeah. So I guess this is more of a personal question. If you say you don't want to answer, that's okay. Do you plan on natural birth or C-section?
I mean, I'm a plan for natural, hopefully, but
Yeah.
it just depends. Like he'll tell me too, like I don't want you to get the epidural shot and stuff, and I'm like, I mean, I don't either. I don't think anybody really does. But then it's like, once you get to that point and you're just in pain, you're like, okay, just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, the pain. I heard the pain is so intense. From what I heard, of course, like I never had it. The pain is so intense that you literally sometimes you need an extra boost of help.
Yeah.
Yeah, an epidural is a little risky, but at the end of the day, your pain, only you know how bad your pain is.
Right.
So there's no shame in getting the epidural. I don't think there is, because like at the end of the day, it's on you.
Yeah.
And whatever helps you and the baby come out safe and sound. Oh, hold on. My friend Patricia said, get the epidural. Of course, she has 3 kids of her own.
Yeah.
And I guess she's got it too. Yeah. Definitely get the epidural if you're in so much pain. Because I'm telling you, from what I heard, the pain is excruciating.
Yeah, that's what I hear too. I mean, I do hear like people say like, oh, my back's different after, and all this stuff like after getting the shot. So that's the only thing that kind of like, but I'm like, I mean, at the end of the day, if I'm in pain, I'm in pain, and I'm gonna just do it.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Hold on. There's a lot of comments coming up now. Pelvic pain is no joke. Walking for long periods of time hurt. The snoring. Oh,
Mm.
hold on, you guys. I don't know. For some reason, I can only hear you guys from one ear. I don't know why, but yeah. You guys. I know this is too personal, but have you guys sleep in the same bed, right?
Yeah,
How is her snoring?
it's getting bad
It
now.
hers is getting bad. Yeah, I've noticed it.
Recently.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Starting to
that's
sound like
what
my diesel truck. You know?
that's what Belen means when she says the snoring, and I,
I think
couldn't
it's because
sleep.
I have so much congestion now.
Yeah.
And like I always have a stuffy nose like during the night, so like I'm always just constantly like I can sometimes I can hear myself too, like when I'm already waking up and I'm like snoring, I like kind of scare myself.
Like, oh crap, is that me?
Yeah, literally.
Like, wow, that's impressive. No, but yeah, the snoring could get pretty bad, and so there was some times where I had to, like, hey, stop. Snoring too loud. Like I can't sleep now. But yeah, all 3 pregnancies for me were different, but yes, epidural. Let me ask you, Sam, another personal question. Breastfed or formula?
Breastfeeding, I think that'd probably be better for both me and the baby, and also just cheaper for both of us too. So yeah, I'm gonna try to breastfeed. We already got
Absolutely.
I already have a pump, so
Absolutely. What pump do you have?
I think it's the Philips one or something.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
Philips. Yeah, it's portable though. Like you don't have to connect it to anything.
Oh,
just, like,
you're gonna have to leave it charging though, right?
I think so. Yeah, you charge it and then you can just take it with you on the go.
Okay. I think Belen has some. Man, she has a lot of tips when it comes to breast pumps because she breastfed for both of our kids, or our last 2, and she got like a professional mindset over that because she was very educated on that. Whatever. I know this may be odd. Supposedly, eating hot wings help with the water break.
We'll keep
I
that
don't know
in
if you're a
mind.
fan of hot
We'll
wings.
stop at
Huh?
we'll stop at Wingstop on the way.
Was that? I'm here if you need. I'm here if you need me for any breastfeeding questions or anything. I told you
For
guys,
sure.
she's an expert. Yes, portable pumps are the best. Why are they the best, Patricia? Why? Tell me. Because I only know about the electric pumps, I guess you could say. And
The ones you have
I
to
guess it was
connect.
the
I think
suctions.
the portable ones probably just so when you're going places,
It's more
you know.
convenient, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're more convenient, I guess you could say. Yeah, because like having all these wires, and I guess it's not the best thing, especially if you're trying to make moves. You can still move around and not be stuck in one spot. Exactly what you guys said. So definitely that. What else was I gonna say? I lost myself. Any questions? Any other questions for the Rick, an expert, supposedly?
I think just how was y'all's like routine, or how did y'all get in a schedule when the baby first got when maybe your first baby first got here?
So whenever I tell you guys that each baby is different, they really are. My first son was waking up, it would seem like every 3 hours at night, and we would have to alternate, like, okay, first wake up is you, then me, and and so on. And that's how we did it. Eventually we noticed that he would sleep more whenever, I guess, he had his own room away from us. Like, I know there's times where we get so scared that we have to be there for the kid and whatnot, and especially because you hear all these horror stories, like kids suffocating in their sleep or something like that. But whenever they get to a certain age, you have to let them be them and sleep on their own, and you'll notice a difference. They'll sleep better without you being there sometimes, because let's be honest, whenever you move, you make noise in the bed and stuff. So they're probably waking up because you're either moving or being loud or snoring loud, whatever the case may be. So yeah, eventually, like maybe 6 months or a year, try to get them to sleep on their own, because you might be the problem. Let me see what the comment that Belen said. You're gonna have to make an episode about breastfeeding. Yeah. How is that gonna work? All right, ladies, pull him out. Let's see him. Breast. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. Facebook is gonna block me for that one. Educational purposes, whatever, right? Yeah. I don't know. Would you guys be interested in a breastfeeding episode? I don't. Or would you, Sam? You will watch it? Oh, no, for sure. I think I would have Belen do the episode herself, and I can have my other friend, talk with her while I watch the kids. What else you guys got for me?
I think that's pretty much it.
Oh, so you're experts now.
No, I feel like we'll have a lot more once the baby gets there.
Nah, you have. Are you close with your siblings?
Kind of, like to my sister, probably the most.
Oh, so you're definitely gonna have somebody to talk to, especially if she does have kids. I think she said she has 3 of them.
There's
4. Oh shit.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like she had 4, so
yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh crap. Okay, but yeah, you definitely have somebody who can take you under their wing and pretty much help you out with that.
Yeah,
you got a lot of family members.
A lot too. Yeah.
She's what?
She's already helped us a lot. Like when we did the registry, she told us everything that we needed, because we were like,
oh, for sure.
We wouldn't even know what to put on here if it wasn't for her.
Oh, for sure. I saw you guys had swaddles. I thought that was the best thing ever too.
Yeah.
Oh man, those are lifesavers. I'm telling you right now. I would even sleep in one. Belen said also the doctors will tell you to wake the baby up every 2 hours to feed. Don't do that, LOL. You will make the baby get used to the schedule. Feeding them while asleep works too. Well, I think, LOL.
Okay, noted.
There's a lot of things that these doctors suggest you to do, but in reality, it's not the best thing either.
Yeah.
I think it's been a while since they've had kids, so they're just saying whatever now. I saw that you guys had swaddles. I thought that was awesome. You're definitely gonna need that. Trust me. You don't want them, but you trust me. It's really good. It's worked for both of our last kids, so yeah. All right, guys. I got room for one more question if you still have one. If not,
do you have any questions?
I don't have anything.
I think that was it.
that was it.
About anything right now.
I'm gonna ask the public right now, like the live audience, because I see they have. Huh?
We'll take questions from them.
Yeah.
We're open.
For our live audience out there, we got 6 viewers. If you have any questions for them, or let me know. I see you guys watching.
Or advice.
Or advice. Oh yeah, any great advice for them would be greatly appreciated. Okay, I noticed that you guys have hoodies on, and it's 100 degrees outside.
It was raining.
It was hailing.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
It was hailing.
Oh, it was hailing.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a little chilly out today.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then. It's all trial and error. Don't be too hard on yourself. Best advice ever, right there. Pregnancy belt helps with the back pain too.
Pregnancy belt. I don't think I've ever heard of that.
I haven't either. I don't think. Did we have a pregnancy belt, babe? I know she had like a pregnancy pillow, those long ones. I don't know if you have one.
I think annoying.
Why?
It just takes up the whole bed.
Yeah.
You'd rather cuddle with the pillow than me.
I'm already stuck on. I'm right on the edge.
God, get a bigger bed.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Okay. I do have an advice that I want to tell you guys. Do not have the baby sleep with you.
Like on the bed.
On the bed.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you get them used to that.
Yeah.
Every time they'll cry, they're gonna expect you to put them on the bed. That's just my advice. I would never do that. I even tell my wife whenever she tells me, "Oh, let's just put him on the bed." No, I don't want him. I don't want him to get used to that. Like my second son, I wish all of the kids were like him because he sleeps through the night. He has slept for 14 hours straight, and I was scared. I was checking his breathing. And your guys are probably gonna catch yourself doing this, but whenever, like, say if you're trying to put him to sleep, sleeping next to them, and you wake up in the middle of the night, the first thing you're gonna do is check if they're breathing. It's just like a parental instinct that we have, just making sure that they're okay. But yeah, just try not to have them in the same bed as you. Are you going to spoil them?
No, you're gonna spoil them.
Melly, that's your job, according to them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Melly, I told them. I know you're looking forward to that baby being born already. Trust me, whenever you hear that first cry of the baby, it's gonna be the most. It's gonna be an unexplainable feeling because you're gonna feel all these emotions coming up. I cried. I was like, "Wow, is that my baby?" Oh. It's really emotional, honestly. Like, I don't care what people say. I cry.
No.
Oh, you're gonna cry. Oh, no, dude. I see it. I see it. You're gonna cry. You're gonna be the first to cry. She might not even cry because of the epidural.
We're not emotional people.
Oh,
he cried at the gender reveal.
No, I wasn't crying. They were happy. They were happy too. Like, I got my little girl.
It was thug tears. They were happy tears.
Yeah.
My ass. He needs to start on foot rubs once the third trimester starts. LOL. My hubby was always helping me be comfortable. Damn, Patricia, you're gonna get me in trouble with my wife. She never got foot rubs.
I already got foot rubs.
You already get foot rubs?
She said she was pregnant. She started.
Yeah, foot rubs, back rubs, every type.
Massages, everything.
Dang, you guys gonna be. Oh man, I'm gonna get bitched out after this. LOL. Mine's sleeps with me since I'm nursing, and it makes it easier, but he's getting kicked out once he turns 6 months. She says that. Patricia, you right. I'm gonna see that baby being 3 years old. He's still gonna be in the same bed as you. What's the size of the baby? Oh, do you know the size of the baby right now?
Right now the app says it's like a corn. What is it?
Like a corn cob.
Yeah, let me see.
Oh, the corn. That's like.
It says it's like 13 inches.
Yeah, 13. Oh, you can't even see it, right?
It's all good. You guys can email that to me.
Yeah, it says 13 inches in length, and then it's a pound and a half in weight.
According to that.
According to the app, of course.
It'll probably be a little bit different.
Oh man. Let's see what else they got. That cry will make you cry, LOL, and you will never forget that sound. That is so true. I still have that cry in my head. I might be going insane, but I still hear it. Oh, and Sam, what's the first thing you want to eat, drink? Oh shoot. Sorry guys, I got an Amber Alert. What is the first thing you want to eat or drink once the baby gets here that you can't eat or drink right now?
Probably a margarita. No, I'm kidding. No,
Dang.
for sure, a Red Bull, because you can't drink energy drinks while you're pregnant.
Yeah.
And I was big on energy drinks, but specifically Red Bulls. So I think that's probably gonna be one of my first drinks after.
Energy drinks?
Yeah.
Like, out of all the drinks you could have, you want a Red Bull?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, to each his own, right? What about you? Whoa, you're not even pregnant. What am I saying? You're drinking everything right now.
Everything.
Food. I don't think I have one about food, right?
Oh yeah, food.
I'm not big on seafood, so it wouldn't really matter. No, I eat chicken still.
Is there a certain food that you find disgusting now that you didn't feel
Yeah, at the beginning, chicken was like a thing that I couldn't eat, like shredded chicken and stuff. Like if I saw it, I would just feel nauseous. Now I can eat it here and there, but at the beginning I could not, and that's really all I would eat before the pregnancy. So I was just like, that's weird.
That is. Oh, I just feel like it's weird that some girls have those type of things. So hold on. Oh my God, yes, foot rubs are the best. My son used to give them to me. Yeah, see, I don't give it to her. Frank, do you get pregnancy cravings as well? That's a good
I
question.
just eat with her. Whatever she craves, I eat it with.
Whatever she wants, I want.
Chips, candy.
What I tell you guys? You can't have much. You can't have much caffeine while breastfeeding either. Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
That is so true. There's a lot of things that you can't do while breastfeeding. You can't take certain medications. I think it's ibuprofen that you can't have.
Yeah.
So, man, it does suck, but I'm sorry, you guys. I kind of muted myself right there. But I think that reaches the end of our show. Was it that bad, Frank?
Nah, it wasn't too bad.
I told you, man. The time goes by quick. Were you surprised when I asked you to be on, Sam?
Yeah, I wasn't prepared.
You weren't prepared, and I like that though. I like getting people off guard because it gives for a better episode and more genuine reactions. So I definitely appreciate you being on and actually having the balls to say like, okay, cool, heck yeah, I'll be on.
Yeah.
Almost the same stuff as being pregnant. Yeah, true. What? Sam's a natural. She truly is. She's gonna be one of my future podcast crew members. No, but thank you guys so much for joining me, Frank. I thank you for actually having the courage to say, "Hey, I think I'll actually make this one," because I was already coming up with a plan B.
Right.
I gotta come with the plan B. See if you can't do it. So, but you know what? I was genuinely surprised when you said like, "I think I'll do it."
Yeah.
I was like, "All right, man."
I don't like being the center of
See, but did I make it sound like that? Did I make you feel like that? Exactly. I'm not gonna do that to you. We're gonna have fun with it, and especially since Sam was on it, I was so happy that she was on because, like I said, it's rare when I can have two brand new parents, I guess you could say. And I want to ask both of you questions. I was going to actually suggest that she be on, but I was like, well, I already asked Melly to be on, so that's too many people. So I was genuinely very happy that you guys were able to join me. I hope to meet you one day, Sam and baby girl.
Hopefully.
One day.
That day's never going to come. We're saying this. We're saying this now, but that day's never going to come. But thank you guys so much for joining me. What do you guys think of the episode? Was it as bad as you expected it to be? You said no. What about you, Sam? Were you were genuinely surprised?
The questions were very, because I was telling him, well, like, what is he gonna ask you? Like, there's not much to ask, but actually those questions were pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm glad that we're able to have other people give you guys advice as well. Hey, I said one day. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you join us for a next one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Future episodes.
Maybe when the baby's here.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk. Maybe we'll talk about the reserves one day, Sam.
Oh yeah,
the baby. Sure. We need to have an update on the baby and stuff. That's for sure. Let her come out in the public eye.
Yeah, we'll
do not post any pictures. She'll make her appearance on. Yeah, we'll save her for a major listen episode.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I'll send her a major listen shirt. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. Frank, just tell Melly to please be prepared for next week because I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that episode. I have like a weird feeling in my stomach because I'm not really close to my dad, so whatever happens. Yeah. So are you guys close to your dads?
I mean, you know how my dad is, so it's kind of. I guess you could say I probably am closer to him than my other siblings.
Yeah,
I'm always with him.
Yeah,
but
what about you, Sam?
Not to that point where I could express to him how I feel.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's about Mexican dads. They don't. They just like push us away whenever it comes to being emotional, and I think it messed me up in the long run, honestly, because I can't express myself to my kids either.
Yeah, hopefully Frank can express it. So.
Well, see, I think it's a little bit different because he's gonna have a girl, and he's gonna. Yeah. I don't know. There's just like there's just gonna be a chemistry there because it's a dad and daughter type of bond.
Yeah.
That I think he's gonna be all right. But with my kids, it's like, okay, so I grew up this way. I don't know if I can be with you. Like, you know, I show them tough love too, but I'm a little bit more like involved, I guess you could say, because my dad used to work a lot, and he still works a lot, and we were hardly ever see him. So I see my kids a lot more than, you know, what my dad used to see me. So of course, you know, I'm doing what I can. I do more than what he did for sure. And I guess we learn from those experiences as well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did you say you're close with your dad, Sam?
Probably the same as Frank. Like, I mean, he's there, but I don't think I could tell him like all my emotions to him and stuff, you know?
Ooh, you should join me on my next episode.
It's gonna be so awkward.
Ooh, you should join me on my next episode. Well, yeah, tell Melly to definitely be prepared for that, because I don't know if I am. So we have to make that happen, because it's almost Father's Day. I think it's this Sunday, no?
Yeah, actually.
I believe so, the 18th.
That is.
Am I considered a father?
Look, I'm not gonna say no, because you're technically, it took two to tango, so you're a father right now. Like,
Right.
there's something baking in there. Even though you don't have the experience of a father, you're still a father to someone. So I'll consider you a father. Get him a gift. Get him a gift, Sam. Give him a freaking cowboy spatula or something. I dropped some shit over here. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I wish you guys much luck, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Of course, before the baby is born. You are due in October or
Yeah.
October?
October 3rd.
Awesome. Yes, we hope to see you before then. I do want to ask you guys something. How far is Round Rock from you guys?
Maybe like 2.5, 3 hours.
Oh shit, never mind.
Like 2.5 hours, maybe.
Never mind. We're gonna be there on the 4th of July.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was like, man, maybe if it's like 30-minute drive, yeah, we could stop by. But you're saying 2 hours? Yeah,
Maybe like 2 hours.
Yeah, like never mind.
yeah,
That's not
never
bad,
mind.
bro.
Like, either they cool, but they're not that cool.
I mean, we drove an hour and a half on Sunday to Waco for something she wanted to do. So 2 hours ain't that bad.
2 hours ain't that bad. You guys should go to Kalahari.
What is it?
I don't know if you guys ever heard of
I
that.
don't know what that is.
I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Tell your dad. I know he watches my episodes. He's a low-key viewer. tell him I said hi. Sam, very nice to reconnect with you, and I wish you much luck on your pregnancy. I know you reached the 3rd trimester, and I hope it's just how do I say it? Like a smooth one for you.
Yeah, hopefully.
Heck yeah. Like, positive vibes.
Mhm.
I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and thank you guys for viewing. And I know I'm gonna get more viewers here later on, because man, for some reason I hit a lot of viewers last time too. All right, guys, I hope you guys have a good night, and I will see you shortly or soon.
Thank you.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.